Today on CityCast Pittsburgh, I don't know about you, but I'm looking out my window and despite the rain, I'm feeling hopeful. It's greener, it's warmer, and I see people running a lot. And I don't know, it just makes me want to spread the love. I'm with the CityCast team with our latest in a new series of monthly gift guides. And we've got a new voice on the mic. It's Tuesday, May 2nd. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. I'm with CityCast lead producer Mallory Falk. Good morning, Mallory.
Good morning.
And a fresh voice to the CityCast family. Welcome, Maria Carter. I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
Maria, like me, Pittsburgh is your adopted home. I want to know your best hot take. What's your favorite and least favorite thing about living here in the Burgh?
I'm going to go with one thing for both. Hills. I think favorite because they give you amazing views. If you're at the bottom, you're looking up, and often it's like a really cool view. If you're at the top, you're looking out and seeing rivers and all sorts of other things. At the same time, I think as a new person, it makes navigating Pittsburgh really difficult because often You're going around hills and through, like, Google is always like, go over 5 bridges, come back around the backside of, and I'm always just like, I don't understand. I'd like straighter roads, and that is really not possible with hills.
Totally. Well, let's get into the gifts. Maria, I can't wait to hear yours. Once again, if you're new to this, we've got some fun categories, things you can buy for someone, something you can eat or drink, and something you can experience. With people, alone, that your pet can enjoy, we're pretty loosey-goosey with these themes. All curated by us, of course. Mallory, you want to kick us off with something we can buy?
Sure. My first recommendation is a little bit of a cheat because it's both a thing you can buy and an experience. But Mother's Day happens in May. And so I'm thinking about one of the more stereotypical mother-daughter activities or mother figure-daughter figure activities, wide definition of mother here. But that's painting each other's nails. And I found this incredible Pittsburgh-themed nail polish collection. That seems like it would be a great May gift. So the colors, they're all Pittsburgh themed. They include church pierogi, which is sort of this like soft beige color, not unlike a pierogi.
Ugh. What else? What else you got?
So there's Red Up, which is just like the classic fire engine red. We've got Gum Band, Golden Triangle. My least favorite probably is chipped ham. It's like this very soft, soothing shade of pink that I might have been on board with. But now that I know it's meant to mimic like what is, I'm sorry, but the most repulsive form of ham known to man, it just looks too close to chipped ham for comfort.
Chipped ham, hot take, is actually my favorite. I've seen this line before and I really, really like them. It's a really pretty color.
Yeah, it is. And each shade is about $10.50. You can order them online. And, that's about what nail polish will run you at like Walgreens. So, relatively affordable, I'd say. They're from this place called Gridlock Lacquer, which is basically like this one woman who says she noticed a trend where big nail polish brands started using cities as inspiration for polish names, but overlooked places like Pittsburgh, unsurprisingly. So she decided to start her own line. She is based in Buffalo, and her first collection is Buffalo-inspired, but her only other collection is the Pittsburgh collection. So I think for the purposes of this local gift guide, it still counts.
Yeah, who needs London or Paris when you've got Pittsburgh, right?
Exactly.
And if you want to shop local, actually, I think you can get this at Wildcard. I think I've seen them at Love Pittsburgh, and Gifted Hands up in like the North Hills, Cranberry area has it as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this would be a really nice gift for May. Like now that the weather's warming up, you could sit on your Pittsburgh porch with your mom or mother figure or just a group of friends and paint each other's nails cookie table bronze or parking chair gold or chipped ham, hammy pink, if that's your vibe.
Hammy pink.
So yeah, this is my May recommendation.
Mine is for the snot girl spring of it all. If you've been listening to this pod for a while, shout out to producer Elizabeth Kalma, who's working with us behind the scenes this week.
She always has the best recommendations for cold and flu season. A true
100.
talent.
Wow, that's like a superpower.
It really is. Elizabeth has many superpowers. So this is a two-parter, since you can tell I am afflicted with allergies right now. Number one is a new mask. I know tons of people have been tossing theirs aside in the last year, but even if you aren't worried about COVID, they're still great to wear when pollen counts are really high. So Elizabeth sent me this red, white, and blue Andy Warhol one in the print of the Brillo painting or screen printing that he did. It's on sale at the museum in the North Side and at Wildcard again in Lawrenceville, such a great local store.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, is a Warhol branded mask, certified to keep out the COVID? I don't know if this meets the N95 standards, but anything for fashion, I guess.
It's the N95 of style.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Probably not N95 qualified, but I think if we're just talking about like the big particulates from pollen, maybe it's at least a better barrier than the nothing we might be working with otherwise.
Sure.
But good points. Number two is a good tea.
You mean hot goss or?
I always want the context. But no, I mean literal tea, preferably with mint or licorice or both. My personal loose leaf collection is already kind of extreme. But once again, Elizabeth recommended the Respiratory Support Blend from Triple Moon Alchemy in Wilkinsburg. I looked it up. It looks really, really good.
What exactly is in there?
Mullein, marshmallow root, hibiscus, mint, and catnip. I won't lie, the catnip made me pause, but I would pour it down my throat right now for some relief. So those are mine / Elizabeth's. Maria, what about you?
So the big thing I'm thinking about right now is Mother's Day, and my mom is like very eco-conscious and kind of crunchy. So I was thinking about leaning into that with a tote bag and refillable containers with various goodies from Soul Refill. I'm thinking the tea tree and lavender shampoo and conditioner, walnut body scrub would be good for Mother's Day, and a returnable candle in the scent Earth, because like who hasn't burned the candle and then been like, what do I do with this glass thing at the end? You can return it and I think get $1 back to spend there.
And so I guess Solar Refill is like a Pittsburgh-based company.
Yeah.
I see it's tried to support a low-waste lifestyle.
Yeah, I believe it's in Squirrel Hill. And, the idea is that instead of all these containers that you throw away, you bring back the containers and then you can refill them with more shampoo and conditioner or multi-purpose cleaner or whatever, so you're not throwing a billion shampoo bottles away over the course of your lifetime.
Supporting the most important mother this May, Mother Earth.
Exactly. They should probably go with that for the branding now.
If you need a PR rep, I'm available.
Next up is something you can eat or drink. I guess my last one was sort of a beverage, but it required a smidge of work on my part. So here's another, no work required. Cobbler World. Have y'all heard of this place?
No, but it sounds delicious.
It's owned by Tarina J. Hicks. She's had a spot downtown for, 6 or 7 years now, really close to the convention center. I swear it makes all of that corridor of Penn Avenue smell a lot better. She bakes a ton of nostalgic stuff that bake shops, or that she says bake shops don't do as much anymore. Personal favorites are the pound cakes. She'll do all butter, lemon, blueberry. The list is huge. I really encourage everyone to check it out online or just to stop in and see what she's got on special that day. It's just so cozy and delicious, especially this time of year.
That sounds incredible.
Well, and this is like starting to be a great season for cobbler because all the berries are coming in. And,
exactly. But they're not like sweet and ripe yet. So you can go somewhere like Tarina's and get something delicious that, you don't have to do as much work for yourself.
Perfect.
So my food recommendation, I have to give credit to Francesca, who's the one who alerted me to this gift. The Cheese Queen, which is this great cheese shop in Mount Oliver, has a Mother's Day package. It has all kinds of like nice local goodies inside, like Chapel Valley honey with a honey dipper, a mini strawberry cheesecake from the Cheesecake Fairy. There's a keepsake charcuterie board with spring cheese pairings, a flower bouquet, and chocolates from TC Candy. So all kinds of great stuff in there. It's $100. You can pick it up from the Cheese Queen on Saturday, May 12th. So it just seems like a really delightful gift if you're leaning into the Mother's Day festivities, Or if you just know somebody in your life who would really appreciate some nice cheese and honey and chocolate.
And chocolate and flowers. This thing is amazing.
It's got it all.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of stuff for $100. Good for them.
Yeah.
So again, with the Mother's Day theme, if you want a nice...
Or the caretaker in your life.
Or the caretaker, or, anyone you just want to treat some weekend. If you want a nice breakfast or brunch, which I feel is a very classic Mother's Day activity, I recommend Oak Hill Post in Brookline. I love their French toast so much.
I love all their food so much.
Yeah, it's all good, but I don't know. That French toast always just hits in the morning for me. And what I really love is the lemon curd. It's silky, it's smooth, it's tart, and it's a great complement to French toast. And if you're like me and really want to lean into the lemon vibe, I also recommend their strawberry lavender lemonade. It's delicious.
I appreciate the recommendation for breakfast because I feel like I've always gone in for their sandwiches and fries. The fries are so good. So this is good. Maybe it'll make me expand my palate a little bit.
Yeah. And the lemon curd, get that if nothing else.
And lastly, something you can do or experience or force your friends into. Mallory, what you got?
Yeah, so I know the past few days have been really drizzly and dreary, but in general, the weather is starting to improve here. And so I think the greatest gift you can give right now is a gift that gets the recipient outside enjoying Pittsburgh spring. Our listeners might remember one of my favorite ever episodes of CityCast when we met up with Laura Zarowski, aka Miss Steps, who's climbed every one of Pittsburgh's 700-plus city steps and documented that journey.
I'm out of breath just thinking about that.
That was a good episode. We'll have it in our show notes. I think it was originally from last July, but we replayed it a couple times because it was so much fun.
Yeah, I remember it being from the summer because we had to keep pausing the interview to squash spotted lanternflies. So it was peak Pittsburgh summer.
Mallory, I think that was your first week or two with the team. We really threw you into it, right?
I know. I was
right
just
from the
sent
jump.
out to hike up and down the steps and try not to breathe too heavily into the microphone while I was doing it. But anyway, Laura offers these City Steps walking history tours. And there's one coming up this Saturday, May 6th from 10:30 to 12:30. So if you heard that episode and, really wanted to take a step tour yourself, or if this is inspiring you, I think that's a really great gift to give really to anybody in your life. But I think it could be a really nice gift if there's, a newcomer to Pittsburgh in your life, because it's a great way to explore a neighborhood by foot and learn some great Pittsburgh history. So this tour starts and ends at Threadbare Cider House in Spring Garden, and the tour goes through Spring Garden and Troy Hill. Tickets are $18, and that gets you both the tour and a glass of cider at the cider house. And a portion of the ticket sales will benefit the Missteps Project, where Laura is, documenting this journey and posting all about the history of different public staircases in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's such a cool project. I know she's been doing it for a really long time, definitely through the whole pandemic. So it's neat to be able to support it in this way.
And, if you're not free this Saturday, if that's kind of too soon, I know that Laura is going to be offering these tours in partnership with Threadbare throughout the summer. There's a step tour in July and another one in August. So you'll have other opportunities. If you've got anyone with a July or August birthday coming up, that could be a great gift too. So if you miss out on the May tour, you'll have other opportunities.
Well, and to keep it on theme for the fitness stuff, this weekend is the Pittsburgh Marathon. Mallory, I know you're not a runner. Maria, what about you?
No, but I like to cheer on people who are runners. So, I've gone out to marathons before to cheer on my mom or to cheer on other folks that are running. And that's lots of fun. And, I love giving a high five.
So if you're a runner, there's the app Strava, which of course is national, but you can, they have a ton of local routes on it. So if you're interested in maybe trying to start a running regimen or something like that, or walking or whatever your thing is, you can do that. They have an annual plan that I've gotten for my partner before, where it's, I think, $80 a year, and you can get access to all their training plans. And it's a lot more if you're into data and seeing what your metrics are for various things. It's really cool for that. They also have this is such an antiquated reference, but if you were ever a Foursquare person, you can be the mayor of a thing. It's the Strava equivalent of that. so that you're like the power user in whatever like space that it is you like to run or walk. Or if you're not a runner, not into that, there's Class Pass, which is kind of cool. There's, I think, like 100 gyms in the Pittsburgh area that are part of it. So you pay just like a flat subscription rate, or you can get like sort of like a punch pass, and then you can go and try any of these gyms without committing to any one of them or any one style of exercise, and see what you like and what you want to do. There's also a free trial for Class Pass, so you can do it for 2 weeks without actually committing to anything. So I like being able to pop in.
You can gift someone a free trial.
Yeah, you totally can. Sign them up without their knowledge and then get them to go to a class with you. It's great. You're learning a lot about my personality now.
I was going to say, Megan, maybe I'll choose someone else to give me gifts.
It's not for everybody, but an option to consider as the weather is improving and you need stuff to do. Maria, I think you have one more.
Yeah, this is actually Francesca's recommendation, but it's a good one, especially for people like me who like default to flowers for gifts, especially for like my mom. Like, she has everything. What does she need from me? But Francesca has an even better way to level that up than buying a bouquet, is making it yourself. Armful of Flowers in Allentown has 2 workshops coming up on Bigham Tavern's patio. One of them is a flower arranging class for $85 on May 8th, and it's going to teach you how to arrange an adorable watering can using spring blooms. And the other option is a flower patio planter. So if you have that green thumb or are trying to, grow a green thumb, on May 15th, you will be shown how to select flowers and colors to make a cohesive, long-lasting flower pot. So, you can have those flowers outside, you can have them inside, and have beauty all around.
That's a really sweet gift. Anything homemade, I feel like always, takes it to the next level.
As long as it's not a macaroni necklace as an adult.
Well, could be a nice throwback.
Maybe. Now that's what my mom's getting.
If any of this sounds fun to you, you can find these links and more in our show notes, and let us know your recommendations for next month. We'll be back with another one in June. A little more news before you go. UPMC has lifted its mask mandate at a bunch of its medical buildings. The Trip reports that the healthcare giant dropped the requirement on Monday, though a spokesperson says masking will still be required in areas where, quote, patients are particularly vulnerable to infection. Allegheny Health Network lifted its mandate late last month. The Steelers won the NFL draft. That's my takeaway. The real test, of course, is coming this fall, but fans and analysts mostly praise the Steelers' additions this past weekend, including the younger brother of one player and the son of a former player and coach, Joey Porter. Now, we'll see if offensive coordinator Matt Canada can drop his excuses and pony up to this task. And I don't know if y'all have been watching, but one more thing. Somehow the Pirates have messed around and gotten themselves on top of the National League. Y'all, I am floored. They have the second best record in all of baseball. So, I guess there's a reason to go to a baseball game other than fireworks? Raise the Jolly Roger, y'all. That's all for today here on City Cats Pittsburgh. If you're liking the show, please tell a friend, rate us, give us a 5-star review, and, tell your hairdresser or your uncle or somebody that we're really fun sometimes. Subscribe to that Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Thanks, everyone. I sound like a frog.